There's only one neurosurgeon slash housing secretary, and that's this guy.
Good evening. I'm Ben Carson.
He's leaving office as one of the longest surviving members of Trump's cabinet, but he's leaving behind a housing crisis. Americans owe $70 billion in back rent, and up to $40 million are looking at evictions when the moratorium expires. That order came from the Centers for Disease Control. It has a wider reach than the Department of Housing and Urban Development, which gave Carson the out to say he's doing what he can.
We obviously going to do everything we can.
I support helping renters in every way that we can.
We do everything that we possibly can.
But Carson hasn't been doing everything he could. The moratorium only helps renters who know how to use it. What Carson could have done is force landlords in HUD-supported housing to give tenants a written notice of their rights. What else Carson hasn't done publicly? Try to press Congress for more money.
In a time of a pandemic, while you've got levels of eviction potential that we've never seen before, the real question is, who is going to stand up and say, this is a national problem, it needs to be profiled? And that's something you would expect the HUD secretary to at least be raising or talking about. And the silence about that is really disturbing.
Carson hasn't just been about staying quiet. He's also been quietly failing, like when he tried to cut his department's budget 4 times and Congress refused.
Each and every time Congress has rejected those cuts in a bipartisan way, each and every time. So it's insanity that we would continue to push against what Congress has already been very, very clear about.
He also tried to change what his job means. HUD's mission statement is to create strong, sustainable, inclusive communities and quality, affordable homes for all. But in 2018, he tried to take out the sustainable and inclusive part. That failed too. Carson's record shows he's been more supportive of rolling back rules that are meant to help find homes for all. He scrapped an Obama administration rule that required towns and cities to look at their patterns of discrimination and how to fix them. Ideally, the rule is supposed to help low-income families get access to safe, clean neighborhoods. But Trump and Carson thought that was supposed to scare their suburban voters, because apparently bad things happen when you try to put affordable apartments in single-family neighborhoods.
The government no longer believes in building these large multifamily complexes with little forethought or little afterthought or any kind of thought.
But a lot of thoughts did go into making that Obama-era rule. How to destroy suburbs probably wasn't one of them.
It's a big lie. The Obama administration wanted to make sure that no matter who you are, that when you go looking for a house or an apartment, that you're treated the same. And that these long-time barriers that many communities put in place to people of color, low-income individuals, even finding housing opportunity there, that those barriers were taken down.
Carson spent his last 2 years on other proposals that would have pushed more people into the street. One of them would have made it easier for homeless shelters to discriminate against transgender people. The other aimed to evict undocumented immigrants from public housing and throw out more than 55,000 children. Meanwhile, investigations found that properties run by HUD have been neglected. So if Carson really wanted to make sure all Americans had a comfortable place to live, he hasn't made it that obvious.
Obviously, we want to help people who are experiencing poverty. I want everybody to be taken care of, and my highest priority has been to ensure Americans don't lose their homes and to safeguard those at greatest risk of virus, including homeless and low-income communities.